The last thing I want to talk to you about is propelling performance. So you've all got employees that are a certain level. How are you going to get them to be better, to hit better sales results, right? They've got to do something different. Their skills got to improve. If we're going to get better, that's the only way we're going to reach the next highest level of achievement. So I want to share an example of what a leader did with me. So when I was working as a corporate training director, reporting to the president of a staffing agency, he said, Eileen, I'd like to meet with you on Friday, and I want you to come to that meeting with a list of your strengths, your development areas, and one thing you can do that will make an impact on the bottom line of this business. One thing you can do differently this quarter to make a bottom line impact on this business. And I thought, okay. And I went, whoa, like, what's that? Right? So I wrote down my strengths, I wrote down my development areas, and then I thought, well, what can I do differently to make a bottom line impact on the business? Not sure. Tried to come up with something. This is many years ago. I'm not remembering which one I came up with. But when I went into that meeting, the first thing we did was I got to share kind of my strengths, and I got to hear what he thought my strengths were. And that was pretty cool. Like, I hadn't heard that before, like what he thought my strengths were, an overall assessment of me. Like, wow, that was kind of fun. Then he went into my development areas, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. Some of them are the same ones that I thought, and some of them are different. And that was really helpful to hear him honestly say. It was really cool to compare those two lists, his list and my list, strengths and development areas. And then he started to talk about this next area about making an impact on the business. And he said, here's something that would make an impact on the business. Right now, you're a corporate training director. You go and you provide training for whoever asks for your help and you assist with them, and that's great. He said, but one thing that would really make a difference is that if you can look at the financials of these branch offices that we have, and you can determine where the problems and issues are, and you can train to address specifically those problems and issues, and they can change, that would make a direct impact on the profitability of this business. So that's what we're going to work on this quarter. And I went, whoa, okay. So here's some financials of some of our branch offices. What I want you to do is I want you to analyze them, tell me where the issues are, and what strategy you have, how you're going to approach it in terms of being able to help them elevate in terms of sales and profitability. And at the end of the quarter, we're going to sit down and we're going to do the same offices, and I'm going to see if your answers are my answers. If we have the same answers, then I know you'll learn the skill. Wow. And we worked on it. He gave me some to work on. I worked on them. He gave me feedback on what I thought. And over the course of the quarter, we got closer and closer to a place we came to the end. And I was seeing the financials the way he was seeing the financials. So my skill level and value to the corporation improved dramatically. Each quarter, we took a new item. It was unbelievable. I worked under this man for a number of years. My skill level went like this. It was huge. And my value to the company was tremendous because every time I was working on something that directly impacted the bottom line. So when you talk with your people, and I can't tell you how many times I've had leaders say, so what are we going to work on? You know, it's strengths development areas. What's your action plan? What do you want to improve this year? And it's like, oh, you know, I'm kind of weak in my computer skills. Maybe that, or, you know, whatever it is. You know, picking something that directly impacts the bottom line, that's going to change your branch office results. What can they do that will make that impact? What's one thing they could do that you could work with them on to build that skill?